Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to another demo of the new version of JobsAI.work. Again, this is for those who are seeking for jobs nowadays. Finding a job really become a job on its own. So this tool is available for those who really need help finding the right job, searching the right job. Jobs AI can look for jobs anywhere in the world. You could start free of charge. You could log in, put in your credentials, and everything's going to be okay. So you could get started for free, or maybe later you get started. Or the home page can be right here, or right here you could get started. It comes right here. You could have to either build your plan. You could choose whichever you want to be. Maybe you're new. Maybe you need to move to it. You're working. You have an working open to something better. You fill your information here, your location, your role, and then you continue to the next stage. There are multiple countries here you could choose from. You could say you're a software engineer, and you could say you're in Dallas, for example, and then you're in the US. You continue to the next stage, and then you have options here. You could save and continue. You could put your email, save and continue. It gives you an idea about what you're about to see. If you want to apply, you have to put in your information here, save and continue. And this gives you an idea about how the plan is. Let's say you decide to choose a plan like this. You say save and continue, and it gives you an option to log in. You choose how you want to log in, and then once you log in, you continue from there. It gives you more options. As you log in, you choose a plan, whatever plan you want to choose, and they continue from there. It applies thousands of jobs. AI resume tailoring, it does all this for you. You log in here, it has all these features. You choose whatever you want to choose. Maybe apply to jobs automatically, get help during interviews, manage entire job search 24 hours a day. It could build your entire job plan. So you start from there and you log in. So once you log in, it's going to give you all those options and indicate how it works. Interview preps, it has an interview body. We're going to talk about that. You check the frequently asked questions, contact me, could still contact it, just as basically as that. So, but these are the features that you could see on the website. Apply less, interview more. Does auto apply resume building, ATA scanner. Now for your resume to go to, need to get sure you have top scores, cover letters, salary intelligence, interview prep, and you get all this integrated. So let's log in. Log in, and they will see a mini demo, quick demo. You could log in either with your LinkedIn profile or your Google. It's up to you. Or you log in with your email. Up to you. So just quickly log in here. So once you log in, you come to the dashboard. The first thing you want to do is set up your profile. You set up your resume. You do your preferences, and you get up your apply profile. So if you manage your resume, you put it here. You could upload as many resumes as you want, and you can make one as your primary. You could put a resume builder, resume optimizer, to get a resume score, right? Equally import your LinkedIn profile once you get that done. So after you've done that, you equally have to do your job preferences. What are the kind of jobs you want? You want to specify the kind of jobs, your salary, all those you want to specify here. You want to do your apply profile. The apply profile gives you this way the AI is going to take your information and use for your application. So all that information is going to get it from here, and they're going to use for your application. Once you apply, you're going to take your name, or let's say you want a display name, but which is different. A display name is different from here. Like display name from here is John Doe. It's just a display name that is here. Welcome, John Doe here. That's what it is. I just put it there, but that's not the real name. You change it to your name. So this is your dashboard. It tells you your status, you've applied for so, you have this in progress, you have your resume, you have you've imported this number of jobs and things like that. It says applied 16. Yeah, some of the parts needs to be updated because they need to be the same. Applied 16, interviewing, and the rest gives you a dashboard. In your inbox, it tells you the information that probably you've applied to. So it says applied here, your resume was submitted, and then it gives you your inbox shows your application. Again, you set up your profile. as we said before. And then you have the application model, how to apply for a job. So you do a job search, and you could put a keyword here, and you could search whichever job you want to search. Let's say you want to search for a software engineer, or you could search in a specific country. Let's say you want to search in the US software engineer, or in the UK. Let's say you want to search software engineer in the UK, and then you do a search here. So it's going to tell you the jobs. This jobs was in 2 days ago. But let's say you want the newest job. That you do a search. Yeah, it's going to give you this job that was posted today. These are today's jobs that were posted today. You could see this job, system engineer. All these jobs were posted today. Apply with this. So once you see a job, you can now apply with this. We'll come to that. Let's say discover jobs. You could do it, discovery jobs here. Search jobs by scores. You do these jobs by the scores that you want, and it searches your jobs here. This is my jobs. My jobs is jobs I've been applying for. You plan on applying, so employer confirm, cover letter, whichever letter. These are your jobs that you've done here. You see my jobs, and then you want to import a job. Let's say you see a job somewhere, and maybe by URL, or maybe they send you the job by on the email. In your email, you can copy and paste here. You could put a source here. You could upload the file. Let's say it's a file you could upload here. This permits you now to import the job and analyze it and apply for the job. So approvals will be a resume and cover letter already prepared for each job. So if you've prepared some of them for each job, you're ready. This is my applications. So you see those that you've saved. So you're applying, you're interviewing, and so you go saved, applied, interviewing, offer, rejected. You have here rejected. So you're still applying, waiting for the recruiters to confirm here if you're going to employ. Auto apply, you have jobs here that you want to just auto apply. They are running at 3 So some jobs, they ask for information like they may say, what's your race? Or they may say, what's your salary expectation? Or they may say your location, or they may ask a question like, are you ready to relocate? Sometimes you come here, you need your answers. You need to come here, fill in the answers. Once you fill the answers, and then you could say one question here is going to say, if you currently work or have previously worked at Capital One or a company required by Capital, please provide your employee ID. So you could just put this like if you never worked there. So you answer the question, save these changes, because sometimes the jobs, they ask you questions and you don't have the answer. So this is your answer library. Those answers are now used now to apply for other jobs for you. Documentation, let's say your resumes, you have your resume builders here, your skill profile, you have your skill profile here. You could add, reduce the things you have skill for, the jobs, you could manage them here. Your apply profile, again, gives you that information there. Now, the next thing is your link profile optimizer. You want to optimize your profile. It helps you to optimize your profile, making sure your profile looks good so that employers can see. Content Studio is where you can actually publish things on LinkedIn. So you write a post, you put a title, you generate it, and then you can post it on LinkedIn. You could write a post and post it. So this you could post in, you could copy to LinkedIn, you could open LinkedIn, you could move as a draft, you could put a date, and you could just copy. So it's up to you. So you optimize your LinkedIn profile. Browser extension is needed when you are applying for multiple jobs and it needs an extension to apply. So like here, we could check the profile, the extension. You have an extension like this one. This is the JobsAI. It helps you. It's an apply assistant. You want to make sure you download and use it because you're going to need it. And it helps you to apply for jobs automatically. And then so interview body. So this one is there when you have to do an interview, you need an assistant. So it shows a display. You download in Windows and use it, and it answers questions. So during the interview, it works with you during an interview. Nobody sees it as they answer the questions, as the interviewer is asking the questions. You are now responding based on, and this gives you a heads up on the kind of questions, what you should do, like an ideas on how you should answer the question. So it's right here for you. We're going to talk about. They have the other one, which is a written coach. You could take this job, do a written coach, voice coach, or avatar coach. So, for example, if you go here, you go to avatar coach, for example, this one, avatar coach, you click here. You choose if you want to practice with an HR recruiter, hiring manager, technical lead, executive. You choose which one. Let's say you choose this one as a hiring manager. You enter the room and it's going to ask you plus follow-up questions. So you're going to get in here. And then based on the questions, he's going to be asking you questions. He's going to come up. The hiring manager is going to join the call and then he's going to join up. You see, the hiring manager joins and asks questions and things like that. So that's an avatar. So while there, that's a job. Based on this job, it asks you questions. So we're going to come to that. So you have voice, avatar, written. I have the avatar room too. You could join. And yeah, another thing too is you could manage your tokens, manage your plans here. You see it goes by, you could go to insights, analysis, credit usage. You could see if you want to refer somebody to use, you could go here, referrals. You want to request something, or you could watch a demo too. So we're going to do, let's say we go credit usage. It helps you to manage your cost. It shows you what you've been using and things like that. You could, since it's managed by tokens and everything is there. So you could manage that. Another option you could do, you manage your plan. So you manage your plan, you could look at your plan here. You could manage your plan here and you could buy more tokens if you need it. Click here to buy more tokens. If you want to buy more tokens, you click here and then it gives you an idea to buy more tokens. So that's it. If you need more tokens, you buy them there. So you have your preferences that we set up. You have your billing and tokens that we've already talked about. They have the homepage. Now let's quickly talk about your jobs. So let's say you're applying for a job. You have your job search here. You search for a job, or you have my jobs queue here where you have the jobs. So you could do a job search. You could do a job search. You put a desired kind of job you want here. Legal practitioner, or you want administrative assistant, or software engineer. Let's go with software engineer. Yeah. And then you choose, for example, you could choose a US this time. And you search. So once you search, it's going to give you an idea where the jobs are. So you want to clear, you could clear this. Let's do it one more time. Software engineer, kind of search in the entire US. It's going to tell you lead software engineer. If you want to go by the newest, you go by the newest. You search here. This was what was posted today. So you could, let's say you take a job like this and then you want to apply for it. Once you click on apply, it's going to prepare your application, your resume for everything. So it does a resume, gives you, extracts all your skills. It prepares your resume as well. And then it looks at your score. So you see that your score is low. You want to for this job. So it says based on everything, skill, experience, it looks at there and gives you a score. What you want to do is apply for jobs that you have scores that are like 75 and above. That can help. So it's going to do run a scan, like ATS scan is applicant tracking system scanner, because most hiring firms, they use applicant tracking system. So they don't even look at your resume. They just use this machine and this software that tracks, because they are receiving lots and lots of resumes. So they look at it and they scan it and then they confirm or reject your resume. So you want to use it to see where you stand and maybe update your resume to be somewhere above 75. You could now tailor your resume, right? It tailors your resume to that job. So every job that you apply for, if you're applying for multiple jobs, it's going to tailor your resume. So it gives you a resume like this. You can make it a short resume, 1 page or two-page resume. You can download that resume. You can retailor it. You could download if you want. You could copy it if you want. So if you want to download, there are many ways you could download, either document or PDF. It's up to you. And then you have the cover letter. Now it equally creates a cover letter for you. You want a professional cover letter, you want medium, you generate a cover letter. Again, this can be done automatically. You don't have to manually do all this. So it gives you this cover letter. But again, this is semi-manual. So they give you interview preparation. Based on that job, you prepare the interview. This is going to be a mock interview that you use here. So you could use a mock interview. Interview generate questions based on that job. So if you click here, it's going to generate you questions that you can answer based on that job. Of course, this is going to be like based on the job that was described and your resume. It does. It takes a few minutes to generate that. So while it's generating, we could do follow up. You could directly follow up on the job, generate a follow-up email, and then you send to yeah, I hope this message finds you well. I recently applied for this senior mainframe engineer position at CGI Technologies, like that. So it just gives you this one, and then you can either copy, you could send it, you could regenerate another one. So if you go to mock interview, you could either do behavioral questions or a mixture. So it just depends on you. Either you go behavioral questions, click here, and then it asks you, can you describe a time when you successfully optimized a cloud environment for cost savings? So it gives you these questions. You write down your answer here. You submit your answer. It analyzes it. So follow up, we've talked about that company. It tells you about the company. So you could research this company, CGR. It does a research for you about the company so that when you're going for the interview, you're ready. You know what the company does. You know their culture. You know what they produce. And then you know what they are doing so that you don't go to the interview lead blank, right? You don't go blank. These are all things there. And then you go to salary. You should look for salary, average salary, voice interview. Of course, we've talked about that. And then you could do avatar room. We've talked about that. So that's in theory what you could do. So we've talked about the interview body. Yeah. So you could either optimize your resumes here, optimize a cover letter, and apply for this job. So you could equally apply for multiple jobs. So you could select all. You could select all these 19 jobs and you click on apply, right? It will optimize and apply to all. So it's going to optimize it and then apply to all these jobs on your behalf. So it's for each job, it's going to do the resume. So we click here and then apply. So it's click here. It's going to use the resume 0 of 19 and it's going to optimize it for you and it's going to apply. You could pause the auto apply here. So you press it and then whatever you want to do. So you press it and you apply. So again, sometimes a lot of people may want to review the jobs before they apply for. This is a good tool. So yeah, this is a very good tool for you to use for your application process. I just wanted to do a quick demo, right? So this is it. For those who are interested, just go quickly, use it to the best of your ability. You have it right here. That's the website. Website is right here. And then you want to stop applying manually. You want to start interviewing faster. The manual process of applying is actually a lot of work. So thank you very much for watching. And again, you could always ask questions here. We have the AI tool right here. You could always ask questions if you want. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.